毎度、カイ先輩です。英語で喋りたかったら、Zoom リンクをクリックしてくださいね。コメントのところに載せてると思うんですけれども、どうぞよかったら。だって、このライブストリームって、英語で喋りましょうというテーマで、いつも、芸能人の英語を、評価してるというかね、いろいろ教えてるんですけれども、今日のライブストリームって、君と話す、目標があるから、よろしくお願いしますね。俺のメンバーズにメールしたんだけど、これ、オープンでみんなで喋りましょうっていうちょっと気持ちで、やりたいと思うんだけど、よろしくお願いしますね。カイ先輩です。久しぶりですね。お元気？そうか。日本語で喋っとるか。じゃあ、これからね、英語でよろしくお願いします。だってさ、本当にあれなんですけれども、この間なんかコメントね、まだやってんのっていうコメントがあったのね。で、俺の返事はね、英語まだ喋れないのみたいな。だって日本語で言われたからさ、で、まだやってんのみたいな。そうですね。英語できない方が多くないって感じ？それで、なんでやろうなって、俺、いつも思うんだけどね。で、これは遺伝の問題じゃないから、育ちっていうか、結局、勉強方法の問題で、これからよろしくね、いろいろ、作ってるし、やってるし、何のために、君のために、ちょっとやってるんですけれども、よろしくお願いしますね。青さんって、No.1、2、こんにちはって、こんにちは。おはようございます。そうですね、こっち、カリフォルニアだけどね、もう夕方だからね、Good evening みたいな感じですけれども、こんにちはですね。はい、どうもありがとう。青さんね。青さんだよね。青じゃなくて青だよね。発音難しいですね。でも日本語って5つの、母音しかないから、覚えやすいですね。でも、英語になっちゃうと、13個の母音があるからね、ちょっと日本語より複雑なんですけれども、はい。日本語の、発音がね、逆に難しいですね。逆にってシンプルだから、逆に困るって感じですね。例えば、銀座って、ギアでしょ？でも、ほとんどの、アメリカ人っていうか、日本語を勉強してるアメリカ人はね、銀座っていうのね。だから、発音が違うんだけど、ほとんどのアメリカ人がそれを意識してないって感じですね。気がついてない。銀座より銀座だね。だから、みんな、アメリカ人でも、日本人でも、自分の国の癖があるから、お互いのことを許しましょう。でも、これからって目標があればね、もっとネイティブみたいに喋れるようになりたくないって感じで、いつも、だって、俺今、何の訛りで喋っとるかわからんけど、関西弁ではないし、東京弁でもないし、でも、僕の名前はそんな強くないと思うんだけどね。他の外国人と比べたらね。でも他の外国人の日本語あんまり聞いたことないですね。正直に。ね。英語になっちゃうから。でも、たまにね、ロシア人とか韓国人とかね、中国人でもね、英語できなくて、じゃあ日本語で喋りましょう。一回ね、イギリス人の白人の金髪と一緒に日本語で会話して、周りの友達がみんな気持ち悪いって言ってたのね。やめてって。もう、白人日本語で喋るって、って感じですね。不思議。慣れてなくて、俺にも変な感じがしたんだけどね。英語にしましょうか。ちょっと日本語があるから。Windsor って何？でも、Windsor is No.2 now. 青さんって聞いてと来ての発音の、そうですね。はい。それもありますよね。伸ばすって感じ。 で、聞いてきてだよね。そうだよね。まあ、そうだよね。最近ちょっと日本語の先生の YouTube チャンネル見てんの。別に勉強になってないんだけど、なんだろうね。もうすでにしてることしか、なんだろうね。なんか俺、だから日本語マスターじゃないんだけど、初心者的なレッスンが多くないって感じ。まあ、それはそうや。ね。日本語を喋れる外国人が、まあ、正直に少ないと思うよ。ね。だからまあ、逆の話って感じですけれども、ね。今日は英語の話しましょうか。でも、ちょっと正直に、日本語を全然使ってなくて、カリフォルニアにいるから、なんか久しぶりに日本語を使いたいって感じがするから、よろしくね。ちょっと、練習っていうかね。でもまあこれ自分のためじゃないからね。このライブストリームって君のためだから、よかったらね、おしゃべりしたかったら、Zoom のあれにクリックしてくださいね。リンク載せてると思うんですけれども、あれをクリックすると、Zoom のあれに来ちゃうよね。で、そうしたら、そうすると、ライブストリームのあれになっちゃうから、よろしくお願いしますね。まあ、自信があればね。もし自信がなかったらね、まあ、まだ学んでるっていう意味ですね。生徒って感じですね。学生って感じですね。で、それ別に悪くないんですけれどもね。もし自信がなかったらね。俺もだって、まあ、留学した時、いきなり、まあ、いきなりっていうかね、学校の最初の日じゃなかったんやけど、なんか、その4月に、なんかスピーチって感じね、スピーチ日本語でやってくださいって言われて、でも日本語できないんですけれども、と思ったんだけどね。だから、その、自信がない、気持ち、わかるよ。本当にわかるよ。なんだろうね、みんななんかそれ、いろいろもう分かってるよ。第二言語を勉強して。ね。だからまあ、今でも英語の自信がなかったらね、まだ学んでるということ。そうしたら俺の3ステップ学習法、ぜひご覧くださいね。いろいろ説明してるから、よろしくお願いしますね。だって、我々は人間だから誰でも第二言語で喋れるようになると思うんですけれども、正しく勉強したらね。はい。じゃあ、S さんって誰ですかね？ No.2 ね。The House of Windsor is the reigning house of the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth realms. It sounds similar to Ginza. Oh, Windsor? The House of Windsor is the reigning house. It sounds similar to Ginza. Hi. Windsor. I think I get what you're saying there. Windsor. Like, Windsor って、Windsor何の話してんのと思ったんだけどね。だってイギリスの文化ってあんまりわかんないからね。もともとね、俺の遺伝ね、イギリスだと思うんだけどね。俺の、漱石なんだっけ ancestors ってお父さんのお父さんのお父さんみたいな感じね。漱石ねなんだっけな、もう錆びてるよね。すいません。でももともとイギリス人だと思うよ。まあ、おばあちゃんがアイルランド人、まあ、アメリカのね、もう、なんだろうね、俺、アメリカ人だよね、やっぱ。まあ、カリフォルニア人だけどね。でも、もともとイギリス人で、そのイギリスの文化に関して何にもわかんないって感じで、本当にもう別々って感じで、ね、面白いよね。まあ、現在ね。まあ、現在っていうか、ウィンザーね。はい、じゃあ、英語で言っちゃったね。じゃあ、ちょっとウォーミングアップって感じで、俺の声を貸してあげます。俺の、英語の声ね。で、この英語の声をぜひ真似してください。ね。だってさ、もし喋れるようになりたかったらね、英語ネイティブモノマネしてくださいって感じですね。本当にもうこれからの道ってもう音しかないからさ、本当にまあ復習なんですけれどもね、喋れるようになりたかったらね、音を聞いてね、真似して磨いて もう終了って感じですね。本当に。でも、会話しないと、これできないですね。なんか動画を聞いても、やっぱり喋りながらのあれがあるよね。もう試合中って感じで、練習って感じで、バスケ部でもまあ野球でもね、練習が必要ですね。でも試合しないとね、意味なくない？同じように英語の勉強して、まあ教材持ったり、教材聞いたり、YouTube の有名のあれ聞いたりね、もういろいろまあメールしたりね、参加してるって感じがするかもわからんけど、会話しないとね、絶対上達しません。これはまあルールっていうか、なんだろう、It's like the law of physics? 日本語すごいね。俺もちょっと勉強にたまになんか言えないことがあるよね。で、physics ってなんだっけなって感じですね。まあ、俺の錆びってる、日本語の話じゃないから、これは君の、英語の話ですね。だからぜひ参加してください。で、これで、なんだろうね、こうやってみんなに、招待してるよね。なんか英語の会話にしてくださいって。で、これでなんだろうね、みんな緊張したり、ね、誰が出るかみたいな、誰が最初からやるかって感じですね。まあ、ちょっとウォーミングアップ、ラジオ体操って感じね。俺の声を貸してあげますね。So, I gotta listen to native speakers. That's how I'm gonna learn, okay? I listen to native speakers because I want to get like the best kind of like accent that I could possibly talk in, right? And if I'm just listening to school English, educational English, I'm not going to sound natural. So I want to sound natural. So I'm going to mimic Kai Senpai. I'm going to mimic his accent. I'm going to mimic his intonation. And then every once in a while, I'm going to mimic one of his like catchphrases. But I don't know if I have any English catchphrases. Anyway, so yeah, I listen to Kai Senpai because he really does focus on getting my accent down. This is what I want to do. I want to sound more like a native speaker. I want to sound like an American. I want to sound like a Californian. I want to sound cool. I want to sound natural. I want to sound like I know English, right? So I'm going to listen to Kai Senpai, but I'm not only going to listen to Kai Senpai. I'm going to listen to like other YouTubers. I'm going to listen to other, I don't know, famous American or Californian actors or actresses or musicians. There's so many people that speak English. I can listen to anybody I want. But I like Kai Senpai because he's kind of cool. So I'm going to mimic him and some other people too. Kai Senpai is not my only teacher. American English is not the only English in town. But I don't have to learn British English and Australian English and New Zealand English and Indian English and Philippine English. Like I don't have to learn everything. I just have to learn one. And once I learn one, then I can learn more about other accents. I mean, Kai Senpai doesn't know everything about British English and Australian English and New Zealand English. He just knows his accent, and that's good enough. So I'm going to practice the California accent. That's good enough for me. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to practice. I'm going to get better. And in fact, not only am I going to practice, but I am practicing right now. I'm going to practice means the future, but I am practicing means now. And if I'm doing it now, then, well, I am speaking English. I am an English speaker. It's pretty simple. As long as I speak English, I'm an English speaker. And I'm Japanese. I think this is one of the things that other Japanese people don't understand. I'm Japanese and I speak English like an American, like a normal person, like however you want to say it, you know? And I know plenty of Japanese people with an Australian accent and it sounds normal and natural. So I'm going to be like all the other people that speak English naturally. I'm going to get myself an accent. So I'm going to practice. I'm going to polish my accent. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to think about my accent a little more. I'm going to listen to my accent. I'm going to respond to my own accent. I'm going to pay attention to the sounds that I'm saying because everything is sound. I like listening to Kai Senpai's podcast because he focuses on sound like no other lesson out there. Even though if you look at his videos, they're very colorful and there's a lot going on. It's all about sound. Every single color represents a sound. And in fact, I'm learning the color system that Kai Senpai has taught, and I can read it. So, follow, right? Aw, the mimic, atom, right? That's a whole other thing right there. But you see, all these letters, they're different sounds, and I'm going to polish the O. I'm going to polish the sound. I'm going to polish the sound over and over again. I'm going to get better just by practicing every single day, just like this. And I am getting better, and I am improving, and I'm going to get out there and make friends. I want to make friends in English, so I'm going to practice now. I want to go out and meet new people who speak English, and I want to share my story, and I want to hear their story. I want to meet people that come to Japan. I'm fascinated by people coming to Japan because I want to know why. I want to know what inspires them. I want to know their motivation. And I want to show them so many cool things about my home, my home country, my hometown, my neighborhood, all the cool restaurants, all the delicious food. I want to share my story. I want to share my hobbies, and I want to meet new people, and I want to talk in English, and I want to be normal. I want to be a global citizen, and I want to do it all, well, now. I like the internet. I like computers. But I want to get out and I want to meet people in reality. That's very key. Kai Senpai did not learn Japanese on the internet. Kai Senpai learned Japanese in reality. In fact, I think you learned Japanese in reality as well. So, why would anybody learn English on the internet? It's crazy. But here we are. And it's okay for now. But I'm going to get out there and I'm going to talk to people. I hear that in Japan right now, there's over tourism. That's what I hear. And I'm going to get out there and talk to people. I mean, it's that simple. Like, there is no other way around this. I know this now. I've listened to Kai Senpai for long enough that I realize that I just need to have a conversation. And every other English school out there is full of shit because they're just basically trying to string me along, get me to participate in another lesson. But Kai Senpai believes in graduation. And graduation is one of the most hardest things to do for anybody because you got to do it by yourself. And I realize that now. I don't need any schools. I don't need any teachers. I just need 1,000 people. And I just need my ear. And I just need my ability to mimic. I mean, this is literally what makes humans humans, is that we're able to mimic each other, take on information, and make it our own. You know what I mean? So, I like to warm up my voice. I like to practice like this. But I also like to talk to people as well. So, どうですかね。Zoom のリンクをシェアしてるんですけれども、なんだろうって感じですね。なんかみんなシャイですかね。誰かなんか出るかって感じ。みんななんて言う？ Everybody's like waiting. Like, who's gonna click it? Like, I want to click it, but I'm afraid. Right? And I get it. But like, hey, like seriously, it's like either I'm gonna talk or I'm not. There's like no middle ground. It's like either you're a conversationalist or you're a student. And that's really one of the key differences that like I don't think people really get is either you have conversations or you don't. And if you don't, that means you're still learning, which is fine, but are you learning the right thing? So this video that I've made, this 3-step video, it really does explain everything in the best way that I could possibly try to explain it. I mean, I could probably make more videos that explain it a little better, but I mean, really, what else are we going to do? Like if you're not having conversations, you're not speaking English, and you're not speaking English, then you're not really studying it. Speaking is studying. I don't know how else to say it in English, right? Because if I start speaking Japanese, and that's the other thing, guys. 正直になんか他の YouTuber の英会話レッスン聞くと日本語が多すぎるよ。多すぎる。too much って感じですね。英語で喋りましょう。英語で考えましょう。英語で英語を勉強しましょうって感じですね。初心者なら日本語の説明が必要かもわからんけど、君は初心者じゃないやろ？ほら。Okay, hey, thank you. 先祖ね。なんか漢字がまあ見えないしね。なんか横浜ね。読めるけど書けないの。漢字ってそんな感じですね。なんかダジャレとあるんじゃない？まあ。はい。まあそうだよね。漢字も面白いよね。だって線って読めるよね。で、像があんまり像って、まあいいや。はい。これ日本語のあれじゃないから。日本語のレッスンじゃないから。フィドルディーディって古い表ですか？フィドルディーディ。Fiddle D and Fiddle Dum. Fiddle D, I think it sounds like something from Alice in Wonderland, but maybe that's a little more cultural. Fiddle D, Fiddle Dum. Anyway, I don't know. It sounds like Alice in Wonderland, but it could be British, but I don't know. Never heard that one. Fiddle D. Fiddle D って聞いたことないね。Fiddle D and Fiddle Dum って聞いたことある。でもそのバックストーリー知らないですね。面白いね、青さん。So anyway, I'm looking at the Zoom and it still looks like まあ参加、する人、自信ある人がいない。そっか、みんな、まあ初心者じゃないでしょ？みんな中学生じゃないでしょ？ね。それも面白いよね。俺だって10ヶ月だけで喋れるようになって、辛かったけどね。毎日頑張ってったんだけど、まあ毎日10時間頑張ってったんだけど、まあ10ヶ月だけで喋れるようになったから、まあみんな中学生じゃないでしょ？高校生じゃないでしょ？大学生ですか？わからんけど、10年かかんないよ。5年かかんないよね。もし喋れるようになりたいなっていう気持ち決まったらね、10ヶ月、半年で喋れるようになると思うんだよ。そう。Hey, they should learn phonics first. Zero gravity. Wow, thanks for such the wise, very wise. And you know, like, you're right, phonics, right? But I just like to say sound. A lot of people learn how to speak, but yeah, see the sound. I'm not going to draw it. But anyway, I'll do it like this because basically there's 3 layers to, I could do it like this. That wouldn't be too bad. Let me see, because I'm pretty good at, yeah, I'll do it like this because, I've made slides before in the past, and I'll use this one. Okay, so you can see it. Cool, you can see it. Everybody knows, I think, that I'm using this software, OBS. That's all the live streamers use it. I'm kind of practicing it still. So anyway, the thing is with saying phonics and stuff, it's like another. It just makes it more complicated to like understand what's actually happening. But if we look at what is actually happening, it is literally sound. Like, this is the number one, without a doubt, the only thing that you should be studying if you're studying English, right? Like, literally. And so anybody that's not studying sound is literally not studying, well, English in the sense of like you want to speak English, right? Of course you can study English without sound and, well, you get what you get, right? And you sound like somebody that's never heard English before. So, you know, if that's really what you want to do, I mean, go for it. But if you feel like, oh man, English is so hard, and well, this is why you're not focusing on the sound, and it, you know, call it phonics, call it pronunciation, whatever you want. It's like sound waves, right? Like it's invisible. You cannot see what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? So you have to focus on your ears and you have to focus on your mouth. Like it's just, this is not a visual game. Language is not visual. Literacy is, but we're not talking about literacy. We're talking about fluency, right? Everybody's on the same page, right? I think most, and these are kind of things that are so obvious that maybe people don't say them. They're like, what? Isn't that obvious, right? But it's like, I don't know. Is it obvious? Because I think it is, but a lot of other people don't really understand what's at play here. So first it's sound, right? And then check this out. What happens is instead of sound, Japanese people end up studying letters. And so this S right here, and you know what? I'm just going to color it because this color system is my color system and I love it. And I literally use the color system in my own head to visualize things sometimes. So I want to share with you guys how this works, because every letter does have a sound. They just have multiple sounds. So look at that, letters, right? If you're looking at letters, you'll never hear the sound. So most Japanese people focus on, here, let's get a shape. There we go. And then let's get this shape to get it a little thicker. There we go. Look at that. Boom. And then I'm going to give it a color. So fast, right? This is kind of the fun part. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like doing this, what do you call it? Like drawing these explanations kind of thing. But yeah, that's good enough, whatever. So basically, like most Japanese people literally are focusing on this, thinking that, oh, I'm learning English, right? Now, letters do represent sound, but the letters represent multiple sounds depending on the word. So you basically have to, and like, wait, I forgot your name already, but it was Zero Gravity says, you know, they're like phonics. You got to focus on phonics with the sounds, like literally. So, yeah, but they should phonics first, right? They should be able to repeat what people say, even, right. Exactly. And so, なんか留学した時ね、なんか4月ね、もうちんぷんかんぷんの状態で、なんか、ヤンキーたちに遊びに来てって誘われて、ほんともうちんぷんかんぷんで、チンチン、うんちとかね、言ってみてみたいなね、尿体もりもりとかね、なんかもうごめんね、意味がわかんなかったよ、尿体もりもりって。でも言ってって言われて、もう尿体もりもりってみんな笑っちゃって、まあ意味わかんないんだけど、モノマネしました。それしかいらない。なんかペンじゃなくて、ペーパーじゃなくて、まあフラッシュカードじゃなくて、本当にもう自分のモノマネのモーターって感じですね。なんかぐるぐるして音を聞いて、繰り返すというか、 そのままって感じですね。で、その才能って、人間の才能やから自分でもできると思うんですけれども、聞いたことない音どうやってモノマネするの？この間の、この動画作りたいんですけれども、一番最低の英会話レッスンね。なんか元アイドルが出てるんですけれども、I am Japanese みたいな喋り方で、なんか英語聞いたことないの？そのインプットどっから来たの？で、彼女の場合は絶対そのアイドルさんがね、もう文字を見て勉強して、そのジャパニーズアクセントがね、もう音を意識してないから、全然意識してない。それがかわいそう。日本の教育制度がずるい。ごめん。本当にかわいそう。みんなできるのに、ちゃんとインプットしてったらね。でも何のインプットしてんのって感じですね。学校行くと、先生聞くでしょ？先生のアドバイス聞くでしょ？だから教科書渡されて、じゃあ読みますみたいなね。なんだろうね。歴史だったらね、はい、教科書読みますみたいなね。それ当たり前と思うんですけれども、音って文字じゃないの。本当に区別しましょうって感じで、はい。で、次の問題はね、結局、その、letters 見てっても、その、現実的なアクセントの、音ですね。と、教育英語弁の音が違うの。例えば、これどうやって書くか。省略パターンだよね。じゃあ、これ、What are you? だってこれ、基本的な、省略パターンだから、学校で習った英語になっちゃうと、ね、What are you? って書くんですけれどもね。で、みんな知ってるよね。この音。What are? Right? And then, これね。で、why ってこんな感じですね。Then, you ってこんな感じですね。はい。でも、copy, paste, and then we go over here, and then 現実的な言い方になっちゃうと、全然違います。ね。だから、文字に騙されてるということですね。こんな違いがありますよね。はい。大丈夫ですね。これもうちょっと大きくするね。大きく。日本語錆びてるよね。はい、こんな感じですね。で、はい、これ、よし。全然違いますよね。だから学校で習った、What are you reading? みたいな声を聞くと、これが英語と思いますね。What are you listening to? ね。でも、現実に行くと、みんな What ya っていうの。What ya? もう見えるでしょ？違い。見えますよね。What are you? と What ya? 文字の違いは形は同じですね。でも色が違うよね。もう A 見て。ほら。い全然違いますね。What で are で いででだからこの本当のサウンドだけ集中すると上達しかないって感じですね。本当にもう悟り開くって感じですね。だからいつも英会話悟りってね、でも本当にもうなるほどみたいななんないとね、もう意味なくないって勉強って。はい。マスラsays ヘアスタイルか、マジですか？ありがとうございます。 本当にもう、キャメラつけて、ちょっと、でもちょっと伸ばしてます。こう、横をね、こう、全部を、巻いていこうと思ってるからね。かんざしでね。はい。すいません。Zero gravity. Yup, you're right. Because a lot of time it's different way you speak and written. Well, a lot of time, every time, basically. Like in any kind of like sentence that you say, it's basically every fucking time. Like educational English and reality English they're like 20% the same or something. It's like that ridiculous. Seriously, because any word that like an American says, a British will say it different, right? So like a true like universal English just doesn't exist, right? So anyway, like let's not get too caught up in, but then again, if that's what people need to understand, that's what they need to understand. Yeah, just like a baby. Exactly. Zero gravity. Thanks for coming in and like verifying. See, a lot of times I'll say things that like native speakers don't even understand. Like they don't like, because they've never learned a language themselves. So they're like teaching educational English because they don't know how to learn a second language. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get why like Japanese YouTubers are so popular, because they explain things in Japanese because they themselves learned a second language. So like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, and they share that information, which is helpful. But at the end of the day, they're mimicking native speakers. And that has to be made abundantly clear that if you mimic native speakers, you do not have a problem, right? So basically, you must, if you really want to become bilingual, you have to focus on sound, right? And then that means that the letters are almost, they're not irrelevant, but once you know the sound, then you can kind of like, oh, okay. Like you can take notes and stuff like that. But most people don't even pay attention to the sound, so they're not going to even bother with like paying attention to the actual uttering of what's coming. There we go. Oh, come on. I'm trying to like cross out this line and it's not crossing out. What is wrong? See, these are the little things that I'm like, there we go. Cool. So yeah, I've just summed up everything that literally anybody really needs to know. And yeah, where do we go from here? Well, we now it's a matter of like practicing or polishing. And so that's why I have my little 3-step system here, so you never forget. Like, hopefully it's slightly annoying in the sense like, hi. You know that feeling? はい。もういいって感じ。もう、はい。もうわかった。Like, this is it. This is everything you need to know. So it's like follow the sound, mimic the sound, and then polish the sound. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get it? You get it? You got it? You know it's good? The rhymes are right. You wish you could? 違うか。まあ、yeah, I'm quoting stuff I've heard too. So, linking in direction is true. So, 青さん、数年前の動画で、知ってた2つ、喜び結構ピグテールはい。ありがとうね。ヘアスタイルのことね。なんだろうね。まあ、昔の動画やってたよね。ちょっとだけだけどね。まあ、それ、ファッションモデルの時だったのかな。で、ファッションモデルしてて、いろんな楽しい、ヘアスタイルやってたんだよね。そうだよね。ヘアショーの時思い出したよね。なんかヘアショーね。なんかスカウトされて、ぜひなんか参加してくださいって。いや、もう、やだ、なんか散髪したくないって。でも、でも、ドレッドになっちゃった。まあいいや。I have a lot of funny stories like that. So, where are we? Is anybody on the Zoom? Hello? もしもし。Zoom やりたい人がいるかいないか そしたら、自信がないっていうことですね。はい、わかりました。じゃあ、自信がない皆さん、どうすんのlike どうやって自信作るかって感じですね。で、俺ね、正直に自信がないとき練習します。はい。すっごく簡単なんですけれどもね。自信がなかったら、じゃあ磨いて、自分のセリフ磨くよね。はい。あ、そうだね。磨く。はい。はいはいはい。はいはいはい。じゃあ、自信がない磨いて。どうやって磨くか。まあ、一人で磨いてくださいね。なんか、ほんともう、包丁みたいなね、もう磨くか、シャーペニングって感じね。で、まあ、繰り返してリハーサルって感じすればね、自動的に音が口から出るの。練習してるから、もう自動って感じになっちゃうのね。で、その自動の気持ちがなかったら、じゃあ練習が足りないということですね。じゃあ、一人で練習してください。でも何を練習するかって、まあ、そこで教材の必要が出てきます。ね。だって、何の音を真似してんの？で、ほとんどの教材って教育英語弁教えてる。This is a pen. Would you like to go to the airport with me? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. It's so annoying. It is so fucking annoying when I listen to like other language, like English lessons. It's like, if you're in junior high, okay, I get it. If you're in high school, I get it, right? But in this day and age, if you're an adult, you just don't go back to school, right? You need a better way to learn, right? And the best way is reality. Like literally listen to people, you know? Like I swear to God, when I was in Japan, I was an exchange student, and people were really trying to teach me Tokyo Japanese. Like they just thought that's what they should do, right? But then I was walking around town or talking to my host family or talking to my classmates, and nobody talked like that. But they thought they were doing the right thing by teaching me the like traditional Japanese, or like official Japanese, right? Like like Tokyo, right? Hyojingo, ne? But I was like, when I really started learning was when I got my nose out of the book and started listening to my classmates, right? Like, honma? Honmaって何？そうやろ？やろ？でしょうじゃないの？みたいな。だから、you gotta just listen to people. And if you ever hear somebody talk like a robot, that's not real. But anyway, we'll get into that. Like if you hear somebody talking in educational English out in the real world, there's something wrong, or they're like, you know what I mean? It just feels so fake. But again, yeah, no one talk like that. I know. And that's what, like, it's so important to go out into reality and experience it for yourself, because so many teachers don't know how to fucking teach English, because they just like, okay, welcome to today's lesson. I am going to teach you how to talk like a robot. Repeat after me. And like, what? Like, huh? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And so, anyway, Mi-san says, ほんまやで。ほら。like,まあ東京に引っ越してからなんか関西弁忘れたんだけどね。まあ忘れたっていうかね。でもね、関西戻るとね、ちょっと、ほいほい、なんか懐かしいって感じですね。関西弁聞く。この聞く。違うか。Anyway, pigtails って今はしないの。関西してるから、ね。なんだろうね。ちょっと、表面インターネットに出ると、この形ですね。でも、もし現実でやったらね、いろんなヘアスタイルしますよ。帽子かぶったり、T シャツとか、 スーツはあまりないよね。まあ撮影だったらスーツするんだけどね。でも最近そういう撮影しないからね。スーツ絶対しないよね。はいはいはい。まあ今度ね、日本行くとき、ピグテールやってみようかな。So anyway, let's go over to the Zoom and let's check out the Zoom. Is anybody willing to? No, everybody's still afraid. So I think one of the things that happens is there's this kind of like a sports event, like who's going to be the gladiator that gets into the arena and has the English battle, and everybody's kind of excited. They're like, "Ooh, who's going to talk? Who's going to pop on?" But I don't see anybody with the bravery to take on having a normal conversation. And if you come on the Zoom, right, we're just going to talk. It's not going to be a lesson. もうレッスンしないよ。もう普通に会話するだけ。英語で。失敗してもいいの。ね。直さないの。We're just going to talk because that's how you're going to learn. That's it. Now, if you're agreeable, I will be able to make a review of the thing, and then you see your own reflection, quote unquote, but you basically hear your own echo, and then you realize, and then you get the feedback, and then you can start to consciously shape your voice. I mean, you're crafting your voice, when you speak English, and if you don't literally craft it, you're not going to get better, and you're not going to get better until you know exactly which sounds you're kind of missing. You know what I mean? So I did the video the other day, and like Furukawa is like a Kikoku Shijo, and he lived in Canada, he lived in California apparently, and like you listen to his English, it's like 99% native, but he said 50th. And I swear to God, any native English speaker can't do that. They can't say that. They can't. I mean, a baby maybe, like だって赤ちゃんの発音が L とか R 言えない時期があるよね。赤ちゃんはね。But like, a grown adult just doesn't say 50th. I mean, it is what it is, right? So the sounds that you hear.What's this? Kyle Metcalf って YouTuber なのmaybe ね。彼の日本語の練習のために社内人に声かけるよね。はいはいはい。彼は関西弁、そうなんだよ。じゃあ、まあ彼とたまにね、そういう日本、外人っていうかさ、日本人じゃないYouTuber のチャンネル見ちゃうのね。日本に関していろいろあるからね。でも、興味ないのね。なんだろうね。こう、how do I say this? 日本人から学びたいの。日本に関して。違うか。なんだろうね。俺、寿司屋さん行ったらね、韓国人より日本人欲しいの。もし寿司屋行って、俺が立ってったらな、どうすんのいらっしゃい。なんかこうやって、ね。だから、みんな帰っちゃうんじゃないの？俺、寿司シェフしたら。違うか。だから逆に、アメリカ文化に関して、日本人、そうかって感じですね。はいはいはい。なるほど。これ、進化っていうか、evolution, I think. But I think we all gotta kind of evolve past our own genetics and realize we're all just humans, right? And that's why I kind of think California is cool because, it is why California is cool is because so many different people come here that if you have like a California accent, like everybody just assumes you're Californian. And so we kind of transcend the whole borders thing. Not everybody, but a lot of people get over the whole monolingual culture that basically holds each country in its place. You know what I mean? And so you have these monolingual xenophobes that basically control the narrative and, kind of here we are, right? But, we can transcend it if we have these conversations like we're doing right now. So, yeah. So, I want to talk to, that's what I wanted to say. このカイルさん、インタビューしたいかもね。ちょっと、自分のためになるんだけどね。でも君のため、勉強になるかな。面白いのかな。カエルさんと日本語で喋ったらね。でも、カエルさんは日本に住んでんのかな。ビザがないからさ。ちょっと気になる。That's a whole other subject. Because, anyway, I would love to be living in Japan, but I don't have the visa because I'm a YouTuber. And because I'm a YouTuber, I'm my own basically company, right? So a Japanese company needs to sponsor me if I want to get a visa, or I have to be making like 50,000 or something like that. I forget what it is to get like the business visa. So it's kind of expensive. And the cool thing about being a YouTuber is independence and freedom. I only do YouTube, and that's good for me. I don't need $1 million or $10 million or 50,000, right? Like all I need is just to do what I want to do, which is this. And so I'm happy with that, but it's like, oh, that's right. It's like a business, got to do this, got to do that. And if you want a visa, you got to have like a this and a that and sign your papers, and very corporate, very kind of like めんどくさい. So, the past, like last year, I did like Airbnb in Japan for 3 months, but all I can do is 3 months because of the tourist thing. So it's kind of like inefficient. Having my, you guys see the color, right? I can point, right? But this is just a green screen, and I have the 2 lights and camera. This makes it easier to have my own studio to make content for you guys. So I don't need to go to Japan, but it would be helpful if I could go over there and see all you guys and, even do stuff live. And I mean, I could do so much if I was in Japan, but the visa thing just makes it kind of like limiting. But I am thinking about like the whole Akia, right? Because a lot of that comes up on my YouTube or my Instagram feed. So I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. And it's fun to think about, but here we are, we're on the internet, and what other way am I going to be able to talk to how many people have been here? 200 people have been here in the last hour, so thank you guys very much. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate you coming, but Zoom 参加してくれる人いないのみたいなね。みんな自信がないのみたいな。で、もし自信がなかったら、じゃあ勉強中ってことですね。はい。勉強中だったら何の教材聞いてんのみたいな。別の話になっちゃうのね。I just want to have a conversation. I just want to talk English. Like, that's all I want to do. And I know I can do it, but one of the things, zero gravity, I thought you don't need one as long as you're within 3 minutes or 6 minutes. 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, you don't need one. It's just the jumping back and forth kind of thing is a little tiring. And I don't need the green screen because I was making videos like in Thailand and Vietnam. So I already traveled around the world the last 2 years. Not just Japan, but I went to Korea and Vietnam and Thailand. And it was fun. But I want to jump around. But for kind of what I'm doing, I just need to kind of focus on making videos. I'm not doing travel videos. And so like, I kind of got like, what am I doing? What's the point? And so it's like this big shift. I'm like reshifting everything and everything that I'm doing. And definitely this live stream is a part of it. But the time is off too. Like, it's like everything is stacked against me in a sense. But nonetheless, here we are doing what we can. And the live stream becomes the podcast, so many people can listen to it after the live thing. But the biggest powerful thing that I can possibly do for anything is just literally offer my consciousness live in real time. And the best and most efficient way to do it is through a live stream, because how else am I going to meet 200 people so easily? Now, when I go to Japan, I can meet people very easily. but it still takes a lot of effort. You got to go outside. You got to get dressed. You got to wear pants and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm wearing shorts, guys. Like it's like this is really chill the way I'm set up my kind of like thing. Like I don't want to have to like do too much, especially when all we need to do is just hear each other's voices. Like that's how you're going to learn. Like I could literally just hop on the phone with you and we could just talk it out and it would be totally worth it because, well, everything I'm saying, but one phone call, one person, that's it. It's like if I do a live stream, it's like I said, it's just like 200 people and then in an hour. If I do this for 2 hours, that's going to be like 300 people, 400 people, right? Like 1,000 people. And hopefully somebody's going to learn something. That's my like, So what kind of visa did you have while you stayed in Japan? So, well, actually here, let me answer zero gravity first. Enough money. That's it. That's like the magic. And you don't need a lot to get an Airbnb in Vietnam. Japan's a little different because Tokyo, but like the countryside of Japan's cheap too. So it's not really a money thing if you just need a place. But if you want to stay in a good place, then you got to like pay up a little bit, right? So, and Airbnb doesn't have the 敷金礼金ね。あれ、めんどくさい。もう、うざいよね。敷金礼金って。東京だけじゃないの？まあ。Airbnb だったらもう one price って感じで、敷金礼金ないからね。So, when I was, when I first went to Japan, 留学生のビザがあるよね。高校生のビザね。高校留学って感じね。で、2回目は、子供英会話で勤めてたのね。だからビザスポンサーしてくれたのね。その会社がね。でも、その会社を辞めてから、ちょっと個人的に英語を教えてたのね。で、それでビザを伸ばしてたのね。1年、2年、3年みたいなね。でも、なんだろうね。どっかで、まあそうだね。なんかモデルの仕事してて、まあ、ビザに関して、そうだね。It was a humanities visa っていうよね。humanities visa。で、ファッションモデルの仕事してて、まあ英語もやりながらファッションモデルしてたのね。でもそのファッションモデルのお金がね、それダメだよって言われた。英語の先生じゃないといけないのみんな。だから、what? I don't... So for me, I wanted to do commercials, acting, modeling, and I also knew that like I had this kind of valuable insight on like how to learn English, right? So how do I combine, the both, like acting, modeling, video, lights, costumes, all of this, right? And how do I combine it with, well, teaching English, right? Jajang, here we are. Like I went independent, so I got kicked out of Japan, but I figured out YouTube and how to basically provide value because the real story, I don't know if I have it, but I learned Japanese with 2 books. One taught me Hyojingo and the other taught me Kansai Ben. And that Kansai Ben was the book that literally opened my ears because like it explained Kansai Ben and nobody bothered to explain Kansai Ben to me. And so when I read it, I was like, oh, this is Kansai Ben. And then I went outside and I heard Kansai Ben. That's like, it's like, oh, I got to listen, man. So it's been my goal to provide you guys with that experience, that kind of like, it's not a textbook, but I created a listening course that teaches the California accent. Because for me, Kansai Ben 習った時、関西弁って意識した瞬間に悟り開きました。だから同じように英語の勉強してったら、じゃあアクセントだね。でもいろんなアクセントあるから、 Well, I speak California English, so why don't you try that? So I created the California English listening system. And if you listen to that, it like literally teaches you all the accent, not all of it, but like most of like the linking and stuff that you would do in a conversation. They would actually give you more of a California accent. All you got to do is listen. So this is a valuable piece of information that I want to share with you. And if you want to actually get it, you can go みんな聞いてるよね。はい。じゃあ、もしね、このカリフォルニア英語を本当に知りたかったらね、勉強したかったらね、こちらの、まずその動画、ね、こちらの3ステップ学習法をご覧くださいね。だってさ、it's so one, two, three. If you get the 3 steps, then everything else makes sense. Everything makes sense. So I never thought of it. Yeah, see? So that's what I'm saying. That like, yeah, a lot of people haven't thought as deeply as I have about all this, but this is all just my experience, as somebody that's learned Japanese. 逆にすればって感じですね。だって第二言語の勉強方法って同じじゃないの？音を聞いてモノマネするだけじゃないの？英語にしても日本語にしても。だから、そっか、教育だってさ、that was the biggest frustration when I was teaching the kids. I was like, hey, this isn't right. Your book is wrong. What? Like, we don't say that. Like, 例えばさ、その子供のレッスン終わってからみんな See you って言うじゃない？ See you. And I was like, ちょっと待って。帰る前に、ちょっと待って。See you.特に see ね。see you って言わないよ。We say see ya. So, you should say see ya too. 違うか。Like the disconnect was so hard. Like, so hard that I realized the entire system's fucked up. And this is why I do what I do. You'll notice my channel isn't like the other channels, right? I mean, there's a few people that review other people's English. That one guy, なんだっけ？森哲ね。森哲の英語を評価したのね。でも結局、あれになっちゃったのね。クレームが来たのね。で、whatever, like, はい、もう、whatever, like, いいよ。だから、I'm not gonna fight like that, whatever, like, but the thing is, the hypocrite then goes on to, like, review other people's English. It's like, why? Why would I want to hear your opinion? Anyway, if he's doing well, he's doing well. More power to you, right? So, and then there's such a story for Kansai dialect. Yeah, so there, I got the book, and it like literally was like, oh yeah, why didn't anybody tell me? That was the biggest frustrating thing. Why didn't you tell me sooner? That was the feeling. Why didn't anybody, why were you hiding this, basically, was the feeling. 標準語で話さないといけないよ、みたいな。What? I remember in college, Asano sensei, ごめんね, but she was like trying to like teach like Tokyo, and I was like, well, hey, like I remember, I forget what it was, but like, なるほど, my classmate, he was like, なるほど is hard to say. Is there another word? And I was like, そうなんや, or something like that. Or like I offered something, and the teacher told me, don't teach them Kansai Ben. I was like, why not? Everybody uses it. Not everybody, but a lot of people, right? So it's like, anyway, so many people are gaslit. Like millions of people are gaslit. So what am I going to do? Like I watch all these shitty lessons that literally don't teach anything. And, they're popular. I mean, great. Like entertainment. Okay, great, right? But I swear to God, you're not going to learn anything on the internet. I didn't learn anything on the internet. I mean, I learned how to do YouTube on the internet, but like that's for the, you know what I mean? Learning a language is a very tried and true, thousands of years, like, thing that isn't a mystery if you just listen to people and mimic them, you know what I mean? But most people aren't going out of their way to have these conversations with people, talk honestly. So here we are, trying to talk honestly. And, well, how is it? What's going on? 後で見ますね。よろしくね。今、どうぞ、今のライブストリーム、ぜひご覧ください。で、これ終わってから、俺の3ステップ、ぜひ聞いてくださいね。ファッションモデルの時の写真も、載せてるから。I don't have the pigtails, though. Anyway, so here we are, and we're still waiting for somebody to join the challenge, the Zoom challenge. なんか Zoom challenge って感じですね。One thing that I thought about making, I don't know if this will work, but I was thinking about this, because it's like, how do I convey the message, right? How do I get people's attention? And so watch this. I'm going to type this out. Oh, wait. Yeah. No. I'm typing right now, guys. Nin ken do. Yeah. Okay. みんなどう思う？今ちょっとチャットのところにアクセント音痴の人間道具って書きましたけど、どんなイメージがしますか？ほとんどの日本人はアクセント音痴ですね。で、人間道具って体のあれだからなんだろうね。でもほとんどの日本人がアクセント音痴で気がついてないの。それで俺とお話になったらそのアクセントチェックって感じですね。人間道具っていうかね。でもどうだろうね。アクセント音痴って言ったら良くないっていうかさ。でもしょうがないじゃん。正直に。できなかったらできないじゃんって感じですね。It's funny? Okay. Alright, yeah. でも意味わかるか？ Right? Like, do you get it? But I honestly think like accent音痴 needs to be an expression that everybody kind of like realizes, right? だって海先輩って空気読めないでしょ？ There's like, yeah, でも君はアクセント読めないでしょ？ So, like, you know, 日本なまりな英語、それだけじゃなくて、アクセントに関してちんぷんかんぷん。なんだろう。アクセントに関して何にもわかんないって感じですね。そういう意味ね。音痴ね。なんかイギリス人かアメリカ人かわかんない。逆に、俺の日本語のなまりあるでしょね。だから日本語のアクセントだったら区別できるでしょ。東北か沖縄か関西か。でも外国人の日本語を聞くとイギリス人かアメリカ人かオーストラリア人かイラン人かとかね。だっていろんな国から来てるでしょ。アフリカの、訛りもあるよね。日本語でボビーとかね。わからんけどアクセントだよね。だから自分のアクセントに関してアクセント音痴って感じですね。アクセント、英語のアクセント、なんていう everybody's accent. So anyway, that's my theory. 日本語うまいけど、訛りある。ね。でしょだしょなんかオーディションで、ちょっと日本語できなさそうみたいな演技してくださいって。そうだしょ ?Anyway、海先輩は関西人なので、 関西アクセントですよね。ほんまかいな。でも、単語は単語やけど、そのイントネーションがちょっとあれだよね。イントネーションが、わかんない。俺はね。でも、他の外国人の日本語のアクセント、なんだ、聞こえるよね。あれ、なんだろうね。アクセント音痴が多いよね。やっぱ。そうだよね。じゃあ、次のライブストリームでアクセント音痴ってね、というタイトルでやりましょうか。だって、この、はぁっていう気持ちになんないとね。で、どういう意味で、そういう意味か。で、自分はどうって、this is like awakening. You know what I mean? This is like literally education, but you gotta like somehow convince or show people that the current status quo ain't gonna help you, you know? So that's like the biggest battle. It's not the battle, right? Like the battle isn't like against you. The battle is against the brainwashing and the gaslighting that's going on. So, and it's almost like I don't want to have to like point out all the bad lessons because I don't want to like be like a negative person like that. And I don't want to get in the way of anybody else's business. But I'm telling you, there are bad lessons out there. And by bad lessons out there, I mean like a lot of bad lessons. So what are we going to do, right? I don't hear anybody doing lessons like this. Then again, I don't look at English lessons, so I'm not really sure. You guys basically have to like become aware and realize when a teacher is like teaching good stuff and bad stuff, right? So like if you look at my YouTuber video, like top 10 YouTubers, I'm not going to get into like their businesses and stuff because at the end of the day, like if you're getting help, you're getting help, right? But when so many people do the same goddamn shit that has been going on for like 10 years and it's 2025 and nobody speaks English yet and people are complaining that foreigners are eating all the rice, there's a problem. 違うか。あれ本当ですかね。最近米が少なくなってって外国人のせいにしてるって感じ？それニュースで聞いたんだけどね。ニュースっていうかインスタで見たんだけどね。外国人が日本の米を食べちゃってるって感じ？ Like the crazy things you hear, right? No offense. I'm just simply curious why you're so enthusiastic. Because like nobody じゃなくて a lot of people don't speak English yet. And as somebody that has learned a second language, I just got to share the good news, you know? It's not that hard. You got to just focus on the right thing. But then everybody just puts their nose back in a book. I remember I was teaching the accent thing, and this guy just kept like taking notes, you know? He's just looking at his thing, and he's just like taking notes, and he's writing. And I'm saying the same thing that I'm telling you guys, you know, you got to listen, you got to like mimic the sound, right? And he's just like, yeah. But he kept taking notes. And I was like, you're missing the point, dude. So even like as people do listen to what I'm saying, it's still kind of like 100% 理解してないと思うよ。メモをやめて。モノマネしてくださいよ。It's a sound. So yeah, well the other motive, see, everybody starts off with like, hey, let's make money or let's, you know, have a job or something. But it's all about providing value. And if there's something valuable, such as like watching a TV show or like a movie, there is value in that, right? So watching other English lessons could be entertaining. You could learn something that like cultural or like some kind of fact or something, whatever. There could be some sort of value in it for sure. But a lot of textbooks literally cannot teach. Like, this is just a physics problem. That sound waves are invisible. Letters are literacy. There's just so, like, everything that I've been saying that nobody really realizes this. So I just have to be very firm in my stance and very repetitive until somebody really understands what I'm saying, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, and then we can just move on to the conversation, which is talking normally. And then we have a normal conversation. If there's anything that you don't understand as a student, well, then we can talk about it. But that comes through experience and doing. You know what I mean? You don't just read a book and, okay, we're at immigration. You play the immigration officer, I'll play the tourist, okay? Like, that's not how it works. So anyway, nice guy in one aspect. I'll take that. I mean, my host family really did a lot for me. And I have nothing but appreciation and thanks for them, because they basically took care of me when I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand how to learn a language, and I didn't understand how to take care of myself as an adult or anything, you know what I mean? But they literally took care of me. And from that experience, I went back to America and I was like, wow, 日本語喋れるようになった。すげえ。で、日本からアメリカに戻ってから、日本人の友達いっぱいできたのね。他の、日本人の留学生、アメリカでね、カリフォルニアでね。それで、結構素晴らしい経験多いよ。俺の人生の物語なんですけれども。でもやっぱり、そのホストファミリーのおかげさまで、海先輩になりました。だから返さないと。ね。その、なんだろう。独立の気持ち、その自由って感じですね。だって喋れるようになるって何みたいなね。まあ、今即興的に喋ってるんじゃないですか。だからバイリンガルって何？これですね。だからこれぐらいのレベルになりたい？まあ、逆にね。じゃあ音を聞いて真似してまあ磨いてくださいって感じですね。That's it. So me, yeah, got you. モノマネ知ってる。よかった。でもイギリス、アメリカ、オーストラリア、いろんな国、最初ダメじゃなくて、最初一つにしてくださいね。集中して、なんていう、自分の基本作ってくださいって感じですね。だからアメリカでも、オーストラリアでも、イギリスでも大丈夫。選んでください。俺、カリフォルニア・イングリッシュしか知らないから、申し訳ないけど、それしか教えない。でも、例えば、オーストラリア英語が一番好きだったら、じゃあそれをモノマネしてください。聞いて、まあ、基本にして、ね、自分の英語にして、こう、じゃあこれからオーストラリア英語にしますって感じ。で、それ、なんだろう、固まってから、決まってから、ね、ちょっと慣れてから、自然に他の国の英語の訛り聞いた瞬間に、いや、これ違うじゃんって自動的に気がつくの。だから勉強しなくていいということですね。だって現実でアメリカ人の訛り聞いて、私のオーストラリア訛りと違うじゃんって気がつくよ。いきなり。なんていう？いきなりじゃなくて自動的に。For example, what's an Australian word? Because I'm not really good with Australian. Because not mate, but like an Australian word. I'm kind of blanking right now on Australian English. I don't know it that well. So, car. Maybe they say car just like in England, right? But so like you ride your car and you take the car down to the car park or something like that. A car park, yeah. Car park. Yeah, that's a good one. But then if you hear somebody say car park, car park じゃないじゃん。car park って言ったじゃん。 then it becomes a study moment. So basically, it's like all you got to do is just like stay in reality, keep talking to people in your accent, and then if somebody has a different accent, that's when you study it, you know? So you just stick to your accent, whatever one you choose, like Australian, American, whatever, Californian, whatever, and just focus on it. That's it. And if you hear something different, you'll know instantly, オーストラリア英語じゃないじゃん。アメリカ人ですか? And then you ask, hey, and you be honest too. And I always say this story, but 京都じゃない。東京に、下北に引っ越して、country、なんだっけ、City Country Cafe みたいな下北にあるカフェなんですけれども、そこでパソコンやってて、隣に2人の男の人が、関西弁で喋ってたのね。で、懐かしくて、で、それで何も知らないで、なんだろう、俺、だって日本語そんな詳しくないから、すみません、舞鶴から来ましたかって聞いたのね。だって関西弁イコール舞鶴弁って感じだったのね。でも、いや、違います。兵庫から来ましたって言われて、そうか、勉強になったって感じですね。その瞬間に。So, don't overthink it. Just pick your accent, stick to it, and then if you ever meet somebody outside of your accent, you're like, where are you from? You talk differently. You've got a unique accent. Oh, who is it? Oh, I was watching Apple TV でドキュメンタリーがあって、なんか、なんていうこういう、まあすごいね、日本語で考えてるけど、なんかこれに関してなんかあんまり日本語で考えたことないから、動物の、アフリカじゃないけど、なんかジャバとか、モンゴリアとか、珍しい動物を写真撮りに行くドキュメンタリーね。で、一人がイギリス人で、またもう一人がスコットランド人ね。だからみんなそれぞれの訛りで喋ってんの。で、そのイギリス人の訛りがすごく、なんだろうね。It's quite amazing that I've got a British accent, but the rhino, he's looking at me with these big eyes. And it's just like, なんだろう。So different. You know? So, you just, when you experience it, you experience it. So, I was the other way around, though. I lived in England 3 or 4 years and then moved to Holland and stayed there for a few years and finally States for high school, but bullied ever since. Yeah, well, you know, that's the problem with being multicultural in a monocultural place, you know? So, sorry, but yeah, unique people just stick out a little more, right? It is, but it's basically kind of, here, I'll tell you a story. My buddy from California, Tony, good buddy, and he's still over there in Tokyo. Hey, Tony. But he was telling me a story. He went to England, and he wore he's an American, but he went to England, and he wore like a soccer hat, but he wore the wrong team. I forget which team. It was like Liverpool or something. And he had like a Manchester United or something hat on. And some guy was like, hey, you know, what are you doing with that hat? You know, why are you wearing that hat? And my buddy was like, oh shit, they're going to beat me up, right? So he very strategically said, dude, it's just like a hat to keep my head warm. He like really, いや、俺カリフォルニア人だよっていう、イギリスのあれわかんないよみたいなね。So, being an international person, you just have to learn to fake or ham up accents or hide accents. And a lot of people do. So, it's like kind of like I don't know. You really just have to like become more fluid if you have to, you know, because like 京都のお好み焼き屋さんこの間行ったのね、去年ね。で その京都のお好み焼き屋さん入った瞬間に、そのスタッフの人の顔を見てね、で、また外人か、みたいな顔だったのね。なんか、外人、みたいな、ショックみたいな顔があるのね。でも俺、すぐに、いや、日本語できますよ、みたいな言うのね。It's just like a multicultural people are not the same as monocultural people, and we just have to like learn to navigate that better by just being more fluid, you know? Yeah, I mean, there's no point in fighting and there's no point in arguing, right? And if people are going to be dicks, then you just fuck them, you know, and you just do what you got to do at a pace that you're comfortable with. So if you're okay with having an argument, then do it. But if you want to avoid it, just, you know, switch your accents up and you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? There's no problem. You know, if people started making fun of me for my American accent, it just doesn't happen. You can't make fun of it. But, you know, when you're a kid, right? Like in high school or something, it's like a little more identity crisis kind of thing. But as an adult, nah, you just, you know, fuck it. Like, you just don't. I like monocultural people, like, I don't have time to deal with their bullshit. So if they create a stink, I don't even, like, comments that I get, like, on YouTube, I just don't even pay attention because I'm not talking to them, you know? So, you know, it's thick skin and, but just focusing on your personal, how do you say, identity, I guess, and being okay with like dealing with dicks. Jesus, it's so, I know it's real though, right? Like, I understand what you're saying, but you just have to be better, you know, not get caught up in antiquated border disputes or like cultural. It's so fucking, oh my god, sometimes I hate America for this because so many people are still caught in these like stupid stories of immigrants and oh my god, it's so stupid. So you just have to be better than it, right? わかる。英語話せません。Yep. で、外人困った。Yeah. It happens, you know? Yeah, you know, I mean, my gosh, I should go back to Japan, you know, because over tourism. Are you kidding? That's maybe one of the things I'm going to do. I saw a documentary on Japan recently, and maybe 今度ね、一緒に見ましょう。日本のドキュメンタリーでなんで人口が減ってんのみたいなね。まあ、英語で言ってるんですけれども、皆さんちょっとね、どうでしょうって感じですね。What do you think? って感じで、because seriously ね、日本に関して YouTube チャンネルだとね、ほとんどのね、日本に関してのコンテンツがね、まあ外人がやってるよね。ほとんどね、like 80% ね。で、たまになんか日本人が英語でやってるのね。like Utah or something like that. So, で、彼の名前が結構濃いんだけどね、英語のね。でもいいの。He's getting by. He's doing what he's doing. And he's teaching Japanese too. So, it's kind of like actually like, hey, more power to you, right? But seriously, guys, like, let's get up, stand up, and speak our minds, you know, in English. This is a world, like, not just Japan, you know, there's an internet connected to every single cell phone and computer on the planet. And it's just like, we're going to keep the story like all narrow-minded and stuff like that. So anyway, the learning English is just like the doorway, the bridge, the gateway, whatever you want to call it, to conversation. But what are we going to talk about? Well, everything and anything and all the details in between, right? But for me to talk about it, that's like, whatever. Because like for me, these are issues that I don't really pay attention to anymore. I pay attention to average view duration and click-through rates because I'm a YouTuber. But for people that are still monolingual, this is all educational, right? 違うか。Depopulation, right? That's what they say, but like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because if we're going to fix it, it's either robots or immigrants. And like, it seems like Japan doesn't want immigrants. And so like companies are literally building robots, and it just blows my fucking mind that like, okay, whatever. Like, you guys really don't want immigrants, huh? But not everybody, obviously, right? But, you know, like, what are we going to do? And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about it. You have to talk about it. And then the second thing we got to do is like acknowledge the truth. And that's a long conversation. I don't even think we can get to the third thing because right now, and especially in America, the truth is not understood. So I think like before we even go further, we have to acknowledge what the truth is. And if we can't even agree what that is, then there is no, well, third step. What are we going to do, right? So the whole depopulation thing is a problem. Why is it a problem? Well, we got to talk about it. And what are we going to do about it? Well, we got to talk about it because at this rate, it's only going to be foreigners that are teaching about Japanese culture. You know what I mean? So, you know, what are you going to do about it? And it's up to you guys to speak English and tell the world what's happening. Because I'm tired of watching 外国人の、日本のチャンネルね。本当にもう疲れてるっていうか、なんで日本人の、なんていう自分の国に関して英語で紹介してくれって感じですね。Oh gosh. Guys, we can do better. We can do a lot better. You know, if I do go back to Japan, I think maybe I can start like a YouTube club where we all start YouTube channels and we practice it and work on it because there needs to be more Japanese voices in English so you guys can just tell your story. I am so tired of watching foreigners talk about Japan. I don't do it. Like, why would I? Talk to a Japanese person, you know? Like, seriously, I've thought about it. ね。日本に関して、ちょっとチャンネル作りたいかなってもやんない。I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know how to learn a language. So that's what I'm gonna stick to. Yeah, maybe. I mean, see, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to speak for women. And they have their reasons. And, you know, I don't know. Is it a money thing? Or people maybe just tired of getting married? You know what I mean? Like, that's another thing too. It's more complicated than just, you know, having sex and having a baby, right? You like got to take care of the baby. Then you got to like actually like live with your co-parent, you know, and like, what if you get sick of each other? Like, I remember I met a girl in my neighborhood in Shimokitazawa, and she had to take care of her husband's mother. It just doesn't seem fair, you know? But I don't know. Everybody's got their own life and everybody's got their own situation. But we can do better. And we got to talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, I thought about making a channel where I move to the countryside and I get involved with like the town or whatever. But I don't know. I don't want to be yet just another, like, なんだっけ、そのカエルさんみたいな感じ? I don't want to be that, you know? So, I can tell. 俺の声がガラガラになってるよね。So, anyway, Zoom を見て誰も参加してくれないよね。じゃあ自信がないよね。はい、わかりました。So, 会話の自信がなかったら、ぜひ俺の3ステップ学習法ご覧ください。ね。Because seriously, one of the things that I want to do is just basically give you the chance to talk. And I know it's scary. でもしょうがない。なんかプライベートで喋りたいか俺の時間がないって感じですね。I'm busy making YouTube videos and doing a private lesson is expensive. So you don't need to do one. You can just go outside and talk to somebody. Or like this free hour right here, I'm giving my time so that everybody can have a chance. But I get it. だって、it's live. It's on YouTube. I know. What do you... Like you got to talk in public sometime, right? So anyway, I think that now is a good enough time to start to wrap this up. So だって声がね、って感じになっちゃうね。It's like it's all sandy kind of thing. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop. And what are you guys gonna do? You know, you've listened to this English and you're like, okay, I'm learning, I've learned something, but you still have the rest of the day. I would say what you should do is probably just go outside, find somebody to talk to, and I'll keep this I'm just going to zoom straight to the good stuff. If you go outside and you see an English speaker, compliment something about his clothing or his camera or his look, and just say, nice hat, nice shoes. That's what people say. You know, that's the crazy thing. Like, I got all this cool hair, whatever, but like, 先週かななんか、nice shoes. 二人に言われた. Like, two different people ね. So it's like, what? Nice shoes? Like, what? I mean, they're just... But anyway, if you see an English speaker in your city, in your Tokyo, in your Kyoto or whatever, just say something ridiculous too. You can just say like, nice shoes, nice hat. Just start talking. Have a conversation. Until you say hi, you know, like, what are you doing? You know, like you got to greet somebody, right? So just start somewhere. Hey, nice shoes. And if you have a conversation, great. Keep talking. But if not, like, how else are you going to learn English if you don't talk to somebody? It's so kind of like a paradox, right? But if you want to speak English, then you need to speak English. No reading, no books, no teachers, no schools, no YouTube lessons. Like literally no videos. You need to talk. You need to open your mouth and you literally need to utter things. And if you do it by yourself, that's practicing. Great. Then maybe you need to practice more, and that's okay. I practiced a lot. One can even argue I'm practicing right now because, you know, it's like, well, I don't know, like bigger things are coming, right? So there you go. That's one way. I mean, seriously, that is one way to do it. Hit on girls, right? And if you're a girl, hit on guys or something. I don't know, like whatever you need to do. But like, it's kind of like you line two activities up. Honestly, not that I was like learning Japanese, but I got invited to play basketball with a bunch of monks. Long story. But I was like, yeah, I just need to socialize. I need to meet people. So, yeah, like I played basketball in order to socialize and to play basketball. It's like win-win, right? So, yeah, hitting on girls, practice Japanese, great, win-win, right? But there's other ways too. You know, you don't have to just do that. There's many ways to do it. But whatever way is easiest for you, do it. Get out, talk to people, say hi, make a community, build the bridge, all that beautiful stuff, right? Because we're all humans. We're all trying to just live on the earth and eat good food and drink clean water. Basic stuff, right? End war, stop war, you know, free Palestine, all the typical humane stuff that we should be saying and doing and living in peace, right? And then on top of that, we have to have the conversations that maintain the peace and build that peace and like isolate people that want to not have peace. It's complicated stuff, this whole diplomacy stuff, but it all begins with a conversation. And if you're not ready to have a conversation, then please, 俺の3ステップ学習法ご覧ください。英語学びましょうよ。でも学ぶっていうか話すよね。学ぶイコール話すって感じですね。本当に世界観を変えないと上達できないから、ぜひ俺の3ステップ学習法ご覧ください。It's like seriously the best video I've ever made because I clearly really beautifully too. I show it with examples, stories from my own life, and just pure fucking logic. Explain how to become bilingual. So watch the video. It's really good. And yeah, if you need to study, ね, then that's what you do. で、また来週ね、これやるからよろしくお願いしますね。Also too、海先輩のメンバーになりたかったらね、俺のサイトに来てくださいね。そこで、俺の California English の教材がある。それで English HD のカラー振り仮名、そのコースもありますね。だから本当にまだ勉強中って感じだったら、ぜひ俺のコースゲットしてメンバーになってくださいね。それでもし何かお話ししたかったらね、何か質問があればね、海先輩直接連絡できるからよろしくお願いしますね。まあ、オーダーページに来るとなんか俺の携帯に SMS が来るよね。それでまあメールのサポートもあるし、何かチャットがしたかったら Zoom とかね、まあ連絡してくださいね。Because I can only teach people that get like what I'm saying right now. And if we're going to be getting into the sounds, like this is what we're going to do. And you need somebody to guide you, but not like totally give you everything. I just need to guide you so that you can do this independently. Go out into the real world, listen to accents, mimic them. And then if you're serious about studying, then you make flashcards. But that's why I have an app that will make you you can make the flashcards on the app, save them into your study file so you can practice these sounds on your own time. Like seriously, guys, if you want to become bilingual, just click that link and follow the path until you graduate. Like all I'm saying is you got to get to that point where you become confident enough to have a conversation. That's it. And if you're not confident, you need to take the path. I call it Gendol. Yeah, the path that I have created. And I want to make a book, but like nobody will get it. But Gendol. No, not that one. Here, I created this word and nobody really, oh, come on. Gen じゃない。あれはgenじゃない。gen ってこれ。gen で、そうだね。第二言語の勉強って言動ですね。path。方法がある。3ステップ学習法。3ステップ学習法。3ステップ学習法あるね。So, if anybody is serious, then that's what you do. Simple as that. If you're not serious, well, I hope you were entertained. So, thank you guys for coming. But to be honest, if some stranger comes up to you telling you got nice shoes, that's too weird. No, then say thanks and walk away. And that's another experience. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, the people that said nice shoes, I didn't say anything back. I'm like, like whatever. But the other day, these two girls, they came up to me, American girls, and they were like, what are you writing? Because I always have my book of thoughts with me. And they're like, what are you writing? And we started talking. I'm making a YouTube video. I'm thinking of headlines and stuff. I'm like, what? You're a YouTuber? So, you don't have to talk to everybody, but like, if you want to talk to somebody, talk to them, you know? So, get out there, have a little confidence. どの辺にありますか？この辺にあります。Hold on, I'll find it. これね。よし。Copy. And then paste. There you go. There's the 3-step if you haven't. No, I made that word up, 青さん。自分で作ったの。言葉の遊びが楽しいからね。Yeah, so, 剣道って感じね。本当 it's the same thing. Because, like, 会話って、なんだろう、ディフェンスとアタックがあるって感じで、like, yeah, somebody says nice shoes, defense, ね。Like, whatever. Or, 無視。ね。That's like a block, right? But if you're the one saying nice shoes, that's like an attack, right? でも、nice shoes のアタックが弱かったから、Hey, what are you writing? の方が強いよね。That's a good attack. So anyway, I swear, if I could like make a whole series on Gindal, I would, but like, I don't want to overcomplicate everything because apparently what I'm saying is very complicated. Like, last week somebody was like, I don't understand when you talk normal. I'm like, well, you got a lot to learn, right? Because like everything you've heard up to now has been basically not a lie. I don't want to say a lie, but it is kind of like everybody's getting gaslit because every time you're handed a book, you're on the wrong path. 言動って本当に道が音で作られてるから、もし文字で歩いてたらね、間違ってる道。違うところ行っちゃう。カタカナ英語の国に行くって感じですね。カタカナ英語ランド。で、英語ネイティブランドってこの道だから、もう選んでくださいね。もう地図渡してるから。ね。地図ちゃんと読んでくださいね。So, anyway, it's a beautiful analogy. It's a beautiful story. 言動って。But, その path ね。もう他の人間が歩いてたから、君はね、真似するだけだよね。本当に。There's nothing to think about. Like, turn your brain off. Mimic everything that you hear.Remember and just remember the important ones. You don't have to remember everything, but just remember the words you're going to use, なんだろうね。日本語なんだっけ physics ね。例えばさ、physics。日本語でわかんないよね。多分聞いたことあると思うんですけれども、今忘れたのね。でもいいの。日常的に physics の話しないの。日本語で。だから勉強する必要がないじゃん。今の瞬間に physics わかんなくて今辞書調べた方がいいよね。だからすべてを勉強しなくていいよね。やりながらって感じですね。で、歩きながらやりながら勉強になるからぜひ誰かと会話しなさい。ね。今会話になってるって感じがするかもわからんけどね。でもこれは会話じゃないよね。それも大丈夫だよね。今会話じゃないよね。チャットしても全然会話じゃないよね。だから本当の人間のマンツマン的に現実で英語で会話しましょう。それじゃないと教育にならない。勉強にならない。喋れるようになんだろうね。なるかもわかんないけど、その自然さがあるかどうかわかんないじゃん。だって、ネイティブのインプットが全くなくて、ね。だから、でも動画探したんだけど、いや、動画じゃなくて人間を探してよ。いろんな動画を見てきた。いや、動画じゃなくて、会話って会話だよね。そうだよね。会話って何ですか？やっぱり2人以上が話すと会話になる。独り言じゃなくて誰かとね。で、今独り言してるって感じがするんですけれども、会話いっぱいしてきたから。人間と、しかも日本人と。だから日本語できるじゃん。いっぱい日本人聞いたから。俺、カイル・メックラフのチャンネル見てないよ。その人から学んでないよね。俺、外国人から日本語学んでない。直接、日本人のね、ピュアな日本人から学んだのね。俺のホスト父さんね、英語できなかったのね。でも、一回ね、土曜日の夜、仕事から帰ってきて、玄関からいきなりバーって出てきて、いっ ぱいビールとチップスとかジュースとか持って、もうサテデーナイトフィーバーとか、まあそれ、英語レベルそれぐらいだったからさ、本当に、本当に経験から学びましょうね。動画じゃなくて。Yeah. So anyway, バイト先に外人たくさん、めっちゃいいね。そういうバイトを探してたよ。俺、逆にね、アメリカ戻って、日本語を忘れたくないから、日本語を使える、バイトを探したのね。で、結局、ディズニーランドの近くのドライバーさん、運転手の仕事してたのね。だからまあ、わかるよ。まあ仕事中、まあ仕事は仕事だから、バイトはバイトだからね。でも本当になんか気が合いそうみたいな人だったらね、インスタとか聞けばいいじゃん。ね。いいじゃん、別に。ね。インスタやってんの？Hey, you on Instagram? みたいな感じね。So, keep practicing, keep meeting people, and then keep practicing, and then keep meeting people, and then keep practicing, and keep meeting people. で、いつの間にか喋れるようになる。そういう、限度ってそんな感じがする。ね。So, anyway, like I said, 声がガラガラになってるし、もう2時間だよね。すごい。But, did anybody learn anything? Let me ask. Did anybody learn anything? Did anybody learn anything? I need to know. Oh my God. I wrote all of that in Japanese. I mean, I wrote it anyway. Anybody did anybody learn? I hate English. Learn anything. Yeah, sometimes, 俺もフィードバックが欲しいよね。But, 昨日、聞けばよかった。ドイツのファミリー。Yeah, see? Yeah, do you guys got Instagram? You guys on Instagram? Can I follow you? Or, yeah, do you have Instagram? Yes, no. Yes? Oh, can I follow you? What's your Instagram? I want to follow you. Whatever. Just be honest. Yeah, I learned about me. That's not, 勉強になんないよね. Like learn, right? Found you are such a nice guy. Well, okay, that's nice too. Well, okay, zero gravity. Tell all your friends. How about that? Help me, help you in that kind of sense. Because in one aspect, I'm not talking to English speakers. You know what I mean? Like if you already speak English, I'm not really talking to you. I'm talking to the person that's just below fluency, いろいろ勉強してきて、英語の教材買って、英語の授業行って、海外行ったことあるし、住んだことあるし、それでも自信がない人に喋ってんの。That 微妙なところだね。I know, I get it. I've been there, right? But like, it's like seriously, after like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? Do I have to explain everything in Japanese? It's like, no, I'm going to talk to you guys normally. But then when I talk normally, nobody understands me. だから3ステップ学習法見て。だって、I literally show, like, I go to there's a college girl, and I said, what are you going to do tonight? Not me, but I had the guy say it. But it's like, what are you going to do tonight? And she doesn't understand him. It's like, what are you going to do tonight? ってわかんないの？夜何すんのって聞いただけだけど、What are you gonna do tonight? って聞き取れないの？幼稚園レベル英語ですけれどもね。It's like seriously, like what is going on? But it's not your guys' fault. It's the teacher's fault. It's the school's fault. 教育制度のせいでみんな困ってると思うよ。But 勉強方法をちょっとだけ変えると、もうすぐ悟り開くから、よろしくお願いします。マスユキ Hey, what's up? Yeah, do you have Instagram? That's a good, and then, じゃあ、みーさん、ちょっと真似して。Do you have Instagram? Right? Do you have Instagram? じゃなくてね。だって日本人のイントネーションがもう決まってるって感じですね。But, hey, do you have Instagram? And then イントネーションが最後に上がるよね。Instagram? 歌ってるからね。喋りながらね。So, hey, do you have Instagram? Yeah. Oh, can I follow you? Just ask. You know? It's easy. Just keep it light. Keep it friendly. For my Instagram, if I meet people in reality, I ask, do you have Instagram? Like, it's just what I do, you know? Like the other day, the two girls, and they were like in their 20s or something. And so it's just like, well, you know, like we're having a nice conversation. I don't want to share my phone number, but are you on Instagram, right? It's just like the easy, anybody can do it kind of thing. It's like casual, it's public, you know what I mean? Like, and if you're having a good conversation and you feel like you can trust them, I think it's a no-brainer. Like anybody, like here, I'll follow you, you know, like, or what's your Instagram? Yeah. So, Masayuki says hello, but hello じゃなくてもうバイバイだよね。もう終了ですね。もう2時間やってきて、声がガラガラなってるし、あれもなっちゃうね。なんか日本語を最近使ってなくて、錆びてるし、なんていうどんどんね、日本語の力が減っちゃうって感じ、疲れちゃうって感じですね。で、今そういうちょっと日本語で考えてるのが疲れてきたかって感じがするよね。まあ、全然英語でも大丈夫ですけれどもね。But I think it's more just getting late too. So it's 9 o'clock in California, but I think it's 1 o'clock for you guys. So go outside, go talk to somebody, talk about the summer, talk about how hot it is, talk about the beach, talk about anything you want. Just get out there and talk. Share your story. Listen to somebody else's story. You know, like get out there, stop watching videos, talk to somebody interesting, you know. It's not hard because all you got to do is find one person. One person, like I said, like the other day, I talked to these girls and we talked for like 2 hours just because I don't know. It happened, you know? But I always make a point to go outside no matter what, just to like see the world. And I don't know, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen, you know, but it's not going to happen if you just stay in your house. It's not going to happen if you're just sitting around waiting for an email. It's not going to happen if you're just looking at videos on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. You know what I mean? Like life is done by going outside and living it. So, ぜひ外に出て誰かと喋ってください。話してください。But if you do need to practice and you do need help, 俺の3ステップ学習法ご覧くださいね。So, seriously. Yeah, I was a little too late, but good to see you again. Yeah, it's good to see you again as well. And I will be here next week, and I'm always around, you know, with email or whatever. So, yeah, I do appreciate you coming, and I do want to do this longer, but the time difference, I swear, like the California time difference and the Japan time difference, it's a bit annoying. But I'm not going to go to Japan in the summertime. Gomen? It's just like, I'm just not going to do it. I don't think you guys understand how lucky I am. Because right now, it's 21 degrees in California. Well, I also live 2 miles away from the beach. And the beach always has cool wind blowing in the morning and the evening. The afternoon can get kind of hot, maybe 25 degrees, I think, today. But I swear to God, the best weather in the world, arguably, is right where I'm living. So, it's like, why go anywhere if we can have a conversation like this on the internet? But hopefully, yeah, near there, near Long Beach, really close to Long Beach. So, I mean, it's technically Orange County, but like, whatever. Orange County kind of sucks. So, yeah, Long Beach. Yeah, kind of near Disneyland, kind of near Long Beach, in between. So, anyway, not Santa Monica. That's too far, and Santa Monica is way too expensive. Like Long Beach is so affordable compared to Santa Monica, and it's way more chill, and it's just, I don't know, like Long Beach, cool. Anyway, Santa Monica is kind of expensive, noisy, crowded, yeah, dirty beach, whatever. Long Beach, the only problem with Long Beach is the waves. There's no waves. But you can go down to Huntington and they got waves in Huntington. But the problem with Huntington is there's a lot of like Trump supporters there and they kind of suck. So, whatever. Yeah. 長かったよね、2時間。まあ、お疲れですね。Guys, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. I hope you did learn something. I hope you heard something. But more than anything, I hope you do something. Like, get out there, have the conversation, meet somebody. I know Mi's going to do it because she's got the opportunity. She meets a lot of English speakers, foreigners, and so she's going to take advantage of this, and I hope you guys do too. Zero Gravity, even though you speak English, I do appreciate the chat. But yeah, my target audience, believe it or not, is the people that do not speak English. And it sounds so weird because I'm like talking all normal like this, but like I think that people gotta like literally hear somebody just ramble in English because this is real. This is how we actually talk. Oh, by the way, I made the video about Hayami-san, and I noticed there was a spike in the video because I was explaining. She was all like saying something about this story back when she was an idol, but she was all like, hey, you speak English or whatever. And so I was like, oh, she was all like, means she said. It's like a slang phrase. And there was a big spike. Like nobody knew she was all like, or he was all like, or I was all like. So I was all like looking at the video like, oh, I got to make a video about this, like the slang thing. I was all like, nobody knows it. I realized basically because like everybody was rewatching that bit. They're like, you can see on the graph, like on the YouTube thing. Anyway, so that was a cool thing. It was like, oh, you guys didn't know that, huh? So yeah, it was fun. Thanks so much for coming by. And like I said, the 3-step 学習法ね、ご覧くださいね, because it explains everything. Like there's just no other way to put it. And until then, until I go to Japan, which will be later, check out the 3-step. And if you do want to study more directly with me, just watch the video and it will explain everything. From there, you watch the video, you come to my website. From there, just read it. If you have any questions, 連絡してくださいね。何か質問があればね、連絡してくださいね。何か質問があればね、俺のサイトに来て質問してくださいね。連絡方法を、書いてあるというか、あれ、ボタンがあるからね、ピンクのボタンクリックすると、俺の携帯に来るから、何か本当に質問あれば、どうぞ聞いてください。こうやってみんなの前で話すのが怖かったら、じゃあプライベートで何か質問があれば、どうぞ聞いてください。So, that's it, guys. Thanks って言った。Thanks. みーさん、楽しかったです。動画見ます。よろしくね。はい。じゃあ、Zero Gravity 2, thank you so much. Masayuki, thank you guys. And then, who else? Ao-san も、you're like always coming in. And Ao-san, use Kindle. You'll sound so much more wise. 違うか. Anyway, I'm out of here. It's time to eat dinner, go to bed. You guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next week, okay? じゃあな. Bye bye. Peace.